Zombie Apocalypse.
Hello everyone and welcome to World of Warships Legends. I am Scooter939 and I just want to take a second before the match actually starts that I hope you guys enjoy the new intro. And I do have a new outro as well. So hopefully I don't get copyright struck with music. I don't think it's copyrighted, but let's keep our fingers crossed. However, we are on Estuary and we're in the beloved Kutuzov. Now, I'm not efficient in Kutuzov just yet. I don't really play a whole lot. I'm really not that much of a cruiser player. But I do have moments of where I have good games in this. And this, I think, by far is probably my best game that I've had in the Kutuzov. So we're going to go to the left over here. And our team is going to totally abandon the A flag, except for one destroyer who is going to go over there and try and handle that flag all by his lonesome. However, let's move on. There is a Tirpitz right there, and we're going to take some shots. And like a dummy, I'm firing AP from the last match that I was playing in the Kutuzov, because I really wanted to get a Kutuzov game for you guys. So I figured I was playing it, trying to get a win, and that's where the AP was loaded from. However, moving on, we're going to bully this Tirpitz. And I've said this once, and I'll say it again. I don't know what it is about German battleship players, but they think their armor is just invincible. And they're desperate to get their torpedoes off. And so they just plow right through them wherever they're going. They don't stop for nothing. It's funny to watch. So we did take a shot from somebody, and I don't know who it was, but they only did like a few hundred damage. And we're just going to park behind this island, and we're going to bully this Tirpitz and regret the error of his ways. So there's no need for me to pop the smoke screen because I'm not detected. I'm safely tucked behind this this island here, and there we go. We set a fire on him. Now they are capping D with that Tirpitz, but I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, there is a destroyer in there as well. But we do have a fire on that Tirpitz, and he is burning and he is cooking to a crisp. And along with everybody else focusing as well. Really nobody is pushing into the decap because of that Tirpitz. Everybody's just kind of just hanging out. And as you can see, there are a lot of ships on D side of the map. As you can see, down goes the Tirpitz. And the one destroyer that we had over there, ACAP, Tashkent, went down as well. So this Monarch, we just set him on fire, and as you can see, I did pop my smoke screen because I did get detected there for a moment. I don't know by what. I can only assume it's the destroyer that's moving from A-cap up to B-cap. And so we're just going to kind of bully this Monarch for a little bit, and they're going to come behind us, and I'm going to end up putting myself in a bad situation, and I'm gonna live to tell about it. And I don't know how, but we will describe that when we get to it. And the Iowa has now entered the arena and is thinking, I got this. And as you can see, the Lightning takes down the Fletcher. That was over here in decap as well, but our Lightning gets taken out by the Iowa. But this Iowa has severely put himself in a bad situation. So my smoke screen's about to run out, and when it runs out, I'm going to be detected. And I'm going to be detected by the guys that are behind me coming up to this spot. And as you can see, I am being located by Twist and Track, which means the enemy Tashkent is coming, and I know he is. So I'm gonna put this thing in forward, and I'm going to be on the move. And as you see, the Monarch just took down our New Orleans, so now we're down 3 ships to 2, and this Iowa is in a world of hurt. It's like, you know what? Screw this cap, I'm out. But guess what? A little too late for you there, sunshine, as we set another fire, and the Asataka gets the kill on the Iowa. Now, just leaves that Monarch. And we're going to have a little fun with him too. Now, as you see, the Poltava is taking a shot at me, but I'm not too worried about the Poltava. Oh, actually, he took a shot at the Iowa there. But I'm not worried about that Poltava, because Russian accuracy at that kind of range, it was a good fair chance. I didn't think he was going to hit me if he was aiming at me, but he wasn't aiming at me. So we're going to launch some torps just in case the destroyer tries to come through that gap. But that Monarch has happened to heal some of his health back. And that's the thing about these British battleships, especially Nelson and the Monarch, is they're able to heal all that back. So they're doubly more difficult. Doubly? Is that even a word? If it ain't, I just made it up. They're just that much harder to take out because they can heal all that. If you're a fire starter, it's not fun. But as you can see, we managed to set another fire on the Monarch, taking our fires up to 7 and our damage up to just about 60,000 damage and climbing. And I don't care how many heals you have and how many infinite damage control you have, if you've got enough fire starters firing at you, you're gonna burn. And that's exactly what's happened to this Monarch. He can't keep up with the firepower that is focusing him right now. And as you can see, there's a shot that just came from the other side of that island. That is an Atlanta. And he's going to stay there pretty much for the rest of the match until he dies. So we are actually ahead on kills by 1 ship at this point. But I want to stay moving. I do have my smoke screen, but I want to save it. My main focus right now is I want to stay moving and present a more difficult target for the enemy to shoot at. But right now, they got 3 caps. We need to get into D cap and cap D, because they're leading on points. Even though we have the ship lead, they have the points lead. Oh, hello Belfast. And so as you can see there, I don't know what that was. I was just swiping across the thing there, thinking I was going to be covering all bases if he tried to move forward or backwards, and yeah, it didn't work. So I switched to armor piercing, and I do get a hit there, but I won't see that Belfast for a little bit. Anyway, me and the Jean Bart have pushed up into the cap, along with another battleship. I can't quite see who that is, or that's a cruiser, my bad, because he just launched torpedoes. And there's the Tashkent. But he popped smoke. But right now, I'm not worried about the Tashkent. I want to get this. Actually, I am worried about the Tashkent. I figured, you know what, the Jean Bart can handle the Atlanta. I'll handle the Tashkent. Well, me going after this Tashkent, I'm going to put myself in a bad situation, which is going to become quite evident here in just a minute. You see that battleship that's 9 kilometers right there that I guess, targeted? Yeah, that's the Poltava. Remember him? Yeah. Well, he's going to come close to that island where I'm going, and he's going to be on the other side of it. Now, spoiler alert, I am going to kill the Tashkent. How I kill the Tashkent is I'm pretty impressed with myself. I think he disappears, and I think I fire a blind shot and it kills him. And as you can see, the Atlanta just took down the Miyoko. We're now at a even ship advantage, and this is where I'm going to start unloading on that Tashkent. I need to get rid of that Tashkent. As you can see, I just killed his engine and his torpedo tubes. And we got a couple more hits on him, not much. We're slowly dwindling him down. And at this point right now, I'm just focusing that Tashkent. I don't even see that Poltava that's 3 kilometers to my left. Now 2.9 kilometers to my left. And I think at about this point, I do see him. So I need to get rid of this Tashkent, and fast. And as you see, we destroyed his torpedo tubes. Is this going to be the shot that kills him? Nope, it's not. You know, yep, there we go. We got him. Now what do I do? Do I charge the Poltava? I was thinking about it, but decided, no, it's time I deal with this Kutuzov. And as you see, the Jean Bart just took care of the Atlanta. So I'm firing HE, but then I realize, oh, wait a minute, I got a smoke screen, and I'm gonna switch to Armor Pearson, and guess who pops around the corner and Citadel's the ever-living crap out of me. The Poltava, which means my smoke screen is doing jack diddly squat right now for me. As you see, I just Citadel the Kutuzov. I got set on fire, but I'm gonna go ahead and use the damage control. And I set a fire on the Poltava with my secondaries. I don't know how I can't see this Poltava and he can see me, but apparently that's a thing. Oh, now I can see the Poltava. I'm in a bad spot. What do I do? Well, one thing I can do is just punch it forward, see if I can get my torpedoes off, and hope for the best. For some reason, he's not firing at me. I don't know what this Poltava is thinking. And as you see, the Belfast just took care of one of our ships, so now we're back to an even ship advantage. But he fires, and I bounce his shells. A miracle is happening here on Estuary. And as you see, I'm at 105,000 damage. At this point, I'm in full YOLO mode. I want to get this Poltava gone and done away with. And so we're going to launch the torps. I know it's a bad angle, but if I can catch him at least one, maybe two, it'll be golden. And I forget to switch back over to HE. Oh, and I ricochet more shells, almost giving him a broadside. How is this even possible? And yes, I do get 2 torpedo hits on him. He's flooding. Am I going to get the kill? Yes, I am. With a flood. Whew. That was scary. I don't recommend you guys doing that too. Anything at any time. Don't follow what I do. So now then the Belfast just got took care of. So now it's just the Kutuzov that's left. So I knew about where this Kutuzov was. I see the smoke screen. The important decision in my head at this point was, do I chase him or do I cap? Well, I see they have a significant points lead. 840 to 524. Even if we do get all the caps, there's no way we're going to be able to get ahead on points. So I've got to go after this Kutuzov. I have to. So as you see, I spotted, and luck has it, he sent broadside to me. But nope, no Citadels, but we got some decent damage out of it. Taking our damage up to 133,000. So we're going to launch some shells there, and we get 4 penetrations over the island, even though there was an island indicator saying I couldn't shoot. I never follow that indicator, by the way. So, I know I've got him, he's got me. The only thing I need to be worried about right now is if I can come across this island and not get hit by any torpedoes that he may or may not be launching. So I'm assuming he is launching the torps, and he's sitting broadside, so I know the torps are coming. And sure enough, there they are, because I was running sonar. And this is going to be a duel to the death, in every sense of the word. So I switched back to HE, because he's angled. I'm not going to get no Citadels. But at this point, he has the points, the hit points lead. There's no way I'm on Citadel. As you see, someone moves him behind me. I don't know if it was Jean Bart. And then he tries to smoke up. At 4 or 5 kilometers in front of me. Ain't gonna work, sunshine. And as you see, they're at 936 points. I've got to kill this guy. So I see he starts turning broadside, so I turn broadside. This is a risk right here. And he is kind of angled. He fires, I fire, and yes! Citadel for the kill, and what a finish. So, taking our damage up to 155,000 damage, 3 kills, and a high caliber, and a flesh wound. So if you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, happy sales.